Just a heads up, this video is not going to be family friendly at all, so if there are kids around, turn the volume way down, or turn the video off and watch it later. Young Turks host Cenk Uygur is running for Congress in California, hoping to fill the now vacant seat of Katie Hill. She's that floozy who resigned after it came out that she was having threesomes with her staffers. You may recall the liberal media celebrated her as California's first openly bisexual member of Congress. And on Thursday, Cenk landed a huge endorsement from none other than Bernie Sanders. But then yesterday, Bernie Sanders withdrew his endorsement after feminist groups started crying because Cenk had made crude remarks about women's looks in the past. Even the Los Angeles County Democratic Party denounced him, calling his comments heartless and shameful, and says he doesn't belong in Congress. Apparently him denying the Armenian genocide, where over 1 million Christians were slaughtered by Muslims, wasn't enough to get him denounced by the Democrat Party, but making sexist comments about women's looks goes too far. And you do know by now, I hope, that the Muslims who committed the Armenian genocide were called the Young Turks, which is the name of Cenk Uygur's YouTube channel. And of course, if you deny the genocide of over 1 million Christians, and then your YouTube channel bears the same name as those who committed the genocide, then YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki wants to hang out with you and thank you for all your great work that you're doing. After Bernie Sanders backpedaled less than 24 hours after giving his blessing, Cenk took to Twitter to claim that he is not accepting any endorsements, making it seem like he's the one who said thanks but no thanks. At least now we know where Bernie Sanders draws the line. He won't tolerate sexist remarks about women. Apparently the liberals didn't have a problem with Cenk endorsing sex with animals, however.
I believe that if I were the benevolent dictator of the world, I would legalize bestiality where you are giving, where you are pleasuring the animal. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Okay. Now why? Why did that happen? It's the dumbest thing I've said.
It really is the dumbest thing you said.
No, I'll tell you why. Because so there's was the case that we covered where there was a guy or a girl or something that was pleasuring a horse, and the horse came to a conclusion, right? So who got harmed?
You know that people who are, okay, look, not to be a downer about what you're saying, because what you're saying sounds kind of funny, but a lot of people who are being raped can actually, have an orgasm. I know. So, if a guy is being raped, he can have an orgasm. You can't say, if you come, that means you wanted it. That's not the right way to go.
But number one, you're being an unbelievable downer.
I am, but that's the truth.
Number two, they're not both humans. Number three, if you really ask the horse, did you mind? The answer's got to be, no. Do you see what I'm saying? No.
This is such an awkward conversation.
It is. All right, I'm going to leave it be, okay?
And just a friendly reminder for you other YouTubers out there, if you were to denounce Cenk Uygur's support for bestiality, that will be a violation of YouTube's new terms of service, which forbids you from insulting anybody on their race, gender expression, or sexual orientation. All liberals wanted, they said, was for gay marriage to be legalized, which of course it was in 2015. And now, just a few short years later, we're seeing a proliferation of child drag queens, drag queen story hour, the acceptance of incest, which they call genetic sexual attraction, and now even bestiality. Oh, you didn't know that liberals consider incest to be perfectly normal these days? Well, apparently you didn't read my last book, Liberalism Find a Cure, because it details it all. 3 years ago now, my how time flies, I interviewed Californians about this, and many of them accepted incest as perfectly normal and welcomed it into the LGBT plus community.
Is incest acceptable in the safe space without being judgmental? If some folks want to practice incest, are they going to be welcomed in your safe space? If there are two consenting adults?
If they're two consenting adults, I guess so.
So if a father and his daughter were having a sexual relationship, as long as they were over 18, you wouldn't be judgmental, you would allow them in your safe space? They're part of the
Yeah.
LGBT community.
If they both wanted to and were like within totally sober and cognitive
And
states
consenting
of
adults?
mind. Yeah.
Okay. And you're not being sarcastic at all?
No, I'm not.
You're very
no.
serious.
Yeah.
I'm sure that video will get removed at some point because it's not inclusive, it's too divisive, and it is offensive to incestuous couples. And if you think your family's messed up, at least it's not as bad as this Oklahoma mom who married her biological son and then her biological daughter, and then was thankfully arrested and sent to prison for incest. But laws that forbid incest are discriminatory, according to liberals, and they're literally trying to legalize it. Is there anything else you want to share with us, Chunk, now that the world knows you endorse bestiality?
They're never going to catch me using that word nigger. Except when I say it 6 more times in this recording. Okay. I work too hard for them to catch me using the word nigger. Okay. She's not the wrong kind of nigger. She's just the kind of nigger we call nigger. No, I'm not talking about the niggers with no souls. I'm just talking about regular niggers. Well, all I know is, you think you're never going to get in trouble for that? You're quite wrong. But, you know, look, the one thing that I love about it is how he was sure that he was never going to get caught doing it. And of course it turned out he was wrong.
Oh, Mr. Yogurt, it's gonna be hilarious watching the left continue to eat their own once they learn you've said the dreaded N-word. I'm sure Christmas is gonna be real fun for Cenk this year. Hey son, how's your congressional campaign coming along? And if you want to make Christmas fun this year, there's still time to order my Trump Claus sweatshirt and get it in time. You gotta pay a little extra shipping, but you can still make it. The best part is, liberals in your family probably won't even notice, at first, that Santa Claus is actually Trump Claus. Order yours from my online store at markdice.com or click the link in the description below. And this is available in a nice sweatshirt or a t-shirt in either red, green, or black. And all of my shirts are still available to get in time for Christmas if you use the rush shipping. So this may be your last chance to get somebody a Liberalism Find a Cure shirt, an I Love Global Warming shirt, a Warning Contains Facts and Opinions Some May Find Offensive shirt, or any of my awesome designs. So head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below and check them out.